This is the H League match between Violaninja and Kangawu. And I'm here together with KHZ. So KHZ is not here right now. He will be here soon. Let's
I
take a
am back, and it looks like we actually have a game.
Yep. So I'm recording. So let's take a look at this kingdom. It's,
All right. Well, we have Fairy. So Fairy is definitely going to see some play. Let you open the 5 cost. Fairy Witch seems reasonable. There's no trashing other than Vampire.
yep. Violaninja has done exactly that. As
Looks
is
like they're both.
Kangawu, but Kangawu did it turn 2.
Yeah, that's definitely worse because you can't actually open the Witch.
So
Populate here is actually pretty juicy. You get a distant lands.
yeah, and you've got villages, you've got draw. So you can really put together a good deck here.
Yeah,
Well,
the only thing that's awkward is the plus buy is a little awkward with Tragic Hero. But, like,
since
there's still no reason you can't build pretty big here.
yeah, and you've got if you want like bandit golds remodeled into provinces.
Yep.
So now we see them getting remodeling estates into fortresses. So like yeah, fortress and a bunch of draw.
Yeah, it's a little weird because I would want my first 5 on this board to be Vampire, but you can't uh, Fairy Vampire, so you're in like a bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah, vampires really great because you've got trashing with bat, and you can also gain 5 costs, so gain some tragic heroes to draw your cards.
Yeah, I mean, it can gain Tragic Heroes, it can gain Wishes, it can Witches, not Wishes. It can gain Distant Lands, it can gain Fortresses, and it's the only trashing on the board. So Vampire is definitely a really important. Well, I guess Remodel's kind of trashing, but it's not. It's not net trashing.
Yeah, I mean, you can remodel like curses into settlers, but
Remodeling Fortress will be really juicy.
oh yeah, and you can just get anything. All right,
Bit of a sad draw here for Violaninja. They fail to hit 5.
oh man.
Okay, so they're both storming the fortresses.
I mean, fortress is nice when you've got cards that trash.
Yep. There's trash for benefit. It's the only village on the board. It makes sense that you'd want a lot of them. So here I'm guessing we remodel this curse. So Bustling Village will probably get exposed at some point just because we're going to be remodeling into settlers a bunch.
Yeah, and also if you haven't quite trashed down, then the settlers can actually do stuff.
hmm Even if you're mostly out of coppers, the combination of settlers and bustling is actually a pretty good draw.
Yeah, and you can build up to like a populate and just get a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to click populate on this board. Okay, let's see. Yeah,
Yep,
vampire. Hell yeah.
nice.
And you never have to really worry about bad food either because you have fortress.
Yep, as once demonstrated by H roll.
I was about to say, if you've seen H Roll's terrific video on getting 200 VP in your night phase. So playing that witch there does trigger a shuffle. So now you have a shuffle with both your fortresses and both your witches out of it. Actually, I think you have another fortress down there, but that's your witches. So this next turn isn't going to be great for Violaninja.
Who has the fifth witch? Kangawu? because one of them has 3.
No, violaninja looks like it has 3 witches, so they have another one down there with a fortress. So that shuffle actually isn't that bad.
Right, another vampire.
I like that. Vampires are good. Okay, picks up Tragic Hero. I'm not sure I like that rather than another vampire. You can always vamp for Tragic Hero.
Yeah, more vampires are great because you get a bunch of bats and trash through your deck, and then you can gain whichever 5s that you need at that time or anything.
Okay, elects not to trigger a shuffle. This could be another Settlers. It could just be a silver. Could be a witch, I guess, but you already have a bunch of witches. 3 witches feels like enough.
Yep.
Curses are almost out. Fairy's Tragic Hero. Okay, interesting. Not sure you really need it because you're going to be gaining them off Vampire, and hitting 5 isn't too hard anymore. Yeah, I think you just keep going on the Vampires here.
Ooh, diluted. That one probably hurts more than the other hexes could have.
Yeah, you'd really... Well, the thing is you can still buy Vampire, but you don't hit 5.
Yep, so you can move fairy, but
Do you remember that one Dan Brooks game where like every turn he moved Fairy around?
no, I do not.
Wow. It was pretty amazing.
Another silver. So curses are out. Fortresses are almost out. And with having fairy, you can and vampires, you can run down piles pretty quickly. So
Yeah, there's not a clear third pile to me.
I mean, if you so
I would have liked to see a remodel on Fortress.
yeah, I not remodeling fortress. Odd. Or at least now they've got a vampire. Nice.
Okay, Misery,
Alright, tragic
Famine.
hero and a fortress.
Okay, so those hexes weren't too bad. Famine is pretty friendly, honestly.
Yep. Alright, another tragic hero.
Draws a remodel dead, which is a little unfortunate. Alright, so we have 2 piles out. So it's probably time to start scoring some points.
You can't quite get populate.
No.
But
I
you
don't
can
think we're going
get
to be buying Populate this game.
you can get a couple distant lands with vampires.
Yeah. I think here I'm probably taking a Tragic Hero and then vamping for a distant lands.
Yeah, and especially being behind. Takes another remodel. So
Okay. Hit 7. That's a bit of an awkward number here. Envoy. I'm not sure you really need more draw.
Yeah, because you've got could have
You
gotten
got
like a
witches and
bustling
heroes.
village and use that like a bustling village settlers.
Hmm.
Also, you've still got a bunch of junks. Like the best card gets discarded.
This is a really unfortunate tragic hero play. Just draws everything dead.
Ow.
Yep, make sure to play that settlers before you shuffle. Alright, so we kill off some coppers here. They're just going in on the heroes, though. They do not seem to want to green yet, which is okay. But game is definitely pushing towards an end. I think it's time to start taking points.
Get ferry on distant lands, and then buy a bunch using the plus buy, or even
Yeah,
remodel.
remodels witch to
More
hero.
heroes.
Okay.
Look
Not
at
sure
all
you can
those
really
heroes.
yeah, I'm not sure you can really support all these heroes, but
I think I would have preferred a bustling village.
I would too. It's a really good village. +3 actions is pretty amazing.
And you can put a bonus
The
card in your
settlers into
hand.
your hand.
I think they have 3 each, so probably. I don't think it's 4-2.
Let me look.
Alright, so a handful of treasures.
It is actually 4-2. Kanga has an additional hero.
Ah. Alright, Kanga actually gets a bustling village from Vampire. Solid. And
Good if you're gonna see it again.
I feel
Uh,
like Kanga was just lining stuff up more consistently.
Little bit of an unfortunate draw here. You find all your villages, and then afterwards you found all your draw in the first hand, and then all your villages in the second one. Envoy. The problem is they discard your vamp, and that's not great. But you can populate here if you want.
Populate gives you a distant lands.
It does. It gives you a lot of stuff. Um,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Not sure it's a good idea, but I really like doing it.
Cards go brrr.
Cards go brrr. Okay, a bit of an unfortunate draw for Viola again, not finding their villages.
Yep, because 3 villages together last turn now, not enough villages this turn.
Yeah, I agree, PQR. I think it's just province. I don't think you populate, but it is a lot of fun. And we're here to have fun after all.
I'm like, you're already ahead by 4 points. Witch into duchy. Actually, Bad Omens kind of helps Kangawu here. Because you can play Witch, not trigger the shuffle, hit 5, and trash 2 curses.
Yeah, that's
Also,
actually a great Bad
I
Omens.
think I would have rather gotten Distant Lands right there since you're shuffling it right back in. You might get to play it. Also, where did this bandit come from, and what is
It
it
came
doing?
from populate.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So here you can pop this hero if you want, but I
distant
think you just
lands.
remodel something instead.
Distant lands might have been better than Duchy, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, you're a bit action limited. You have to both see it again and actually have the actions to play it. And they have a lot of terminals in their deck. So I think I agree with PQR. It's reasonable to just go for duchies at this point.
Yeah, especially since you've got just a few gains until everything is gone.
Okay, trash is cursed to a state. That's okay. I kind of would have done Tragic Hero to Duchy, I think. But it's only one more point than remodeling the curse, so who's to say? Okay, puts the distant lands on their mat. This hero probably buys a Duchy. Yep. So here, I think you remodel the hero into a Duchy.
Yep. If Kanga had Fairy on Hero, could have been a game end. The Fairy just stayed in the Witch.
Yeah, then they could have done hero to hero and bought a hero. Okay, they do fairy heroes, so they will be able to win very soon if they can keep a points lead. Very sad hero here by an estate. So if they find,
That's game.
yeah, it's a win. Yeah, that's it.
There's this neat little button called End Actions.
I like seeing how many points you can score.
It's fun. Dominion is all about fun.
Look at all these heroes popping and stuff. Like, look, you're gonna draw your whole deck. This is way more fun than just like taking 2 vampires for heroes.
It doesn't play the envoys.
You can even populate again. Just to really be a troll. All right, well played by
Nice.
Kanga. That is our first game. I like that. Got pretty cursy there.
Yeah,
You don't know the meaning of cursy until you've played like Throne Room Torture.
in 3-player. Just for more curses.
All
Alright.
right. We got a spicy board here. Peasants on the board, which means everything goes zoom.
Yeah, we've got good draw, Den of Sin hunting grounds, a bunch of villages. We've got some trashing with
No trash.
Amulet. Amulet.
Yeah, I was gonna say Amulet's very good trashing, so that probably invalidates IgG. I think you want to build towards an engine which can legionary attack every turn.
Yeah, that sounds good. And have some dens and hunting grounds.
Yeah,
Hunting grounds and hunting lodges. Wombo combo.
yeah. 5-2 is really nice here.
Legionary
And they both
peasant.
well, if you're player one, you could consider IgG to throw a curse into their shuffle.
Oh yeah.
And actually, since they both have 5-2, um, I think player two can do the same trick.
Yeah, since the curse gets shuffled in the second one right away. No legionary though on that.
It could be legionary. I mean, on 3-4, I'm pretty clearly opening peasant amulet.
Yeah, I mean legionary is good because it helps you get the gold that you need for legionary.
Yeah, I mean, it's economy. I'm not sure you really need it early. I think I'd rather curse them with an IGG, or even grab a hunting lodge just for the cycling. Okay, elects to open amulet over a 5 cost, which makes some sense to me. Kenga goes with legionary. Yeah, hunting lodge seems like really good for fast cycling for travelers.
Also, are you going all the way to teacher or is this just a disciple thing?
I just want. I don't know. It depends on the game state. Uh, that is like my new answer for are you going to get teacher? Um, depends. Like I could see just playing with a bunch of disciples here and never actually needing it. But I could also see with something like putting plus action on hunting grounds or something if you have a bunch of hunting grounds. Um, it's probably skip teacher.
Yeah, Pete Garage says easy skip.
But I am, as a commentator, going to stop saying boards are skip teacher or don't skip teacher because I think the answer is you need to see what the game looks like around turn 12. It's very easy to just be like, well, you know, board's too fast for a teacher, but like that's not necessarily true. It really depends how the game gets played.
Alright, so we're both getting some fishing villages.
Buying more peasants, which I like, so you can get a bunch of disciples. Disciples maybe the best card in the game.
And Harbinger just looks so out of place. The thing is,
Yeah, I mean, okay, Harbinger is a pretty bad card.
put your
So
travelers back on deck.
yeah, it does let you potentially play a traveler more than once in a shuffle, but on the other hand, if it lands in the wrong order, then it just does literally nothing. So I don't know. Let's not talk about Harbinger. It is a silly card.
Hunting Lodge is
Harbinger and Hunting Lodge does have some nice synergy. Okay, goes in for the hunting grounds. So I wouldn't be surprised to see at this level of play something like just getting teacher as soon as possible, throwing plus action on hunting grounds.
yeah,
This is a
and just
really nice
huge draw.
turn.
Oh, nice. Probably getting gold for legionary.
I don't think I want gold yet. I want to get deck control first. So I want another hunting grounds, or I want my first hunting grounds.
Yep, hunting grounds. Right there.
Then also reasonable, but hunting grounds just draws more.
Plus, you can eventually put action on it.
Yeah,
Just make
or
triple lab.
disciple it, or even trash it at the end.
Yep, with amulet you
Yeah,
can get
that's a good
some
point,
points.
BQR. It didn't matter because you only had one buy, but you want to play legionary and then soldier, so that soldier is worth more money because soldier is worth money depending on how many attacks you have in play. Although if you're going to actually attack with legionary, then you want to play soldier first to make them discount down to 4 and then attack. But whatever.
And so a whole bunch of fishing villages, which are nice. So there's this 4 here, and Yep, another peasant. The more peasants means more disciples or intermediate stuff, and the other threes are not as good, I think. Oh, there's a harbinger. Um,
Yeah, not sure I really like that Harbinger.
Harbinger's not a good card. It got ranked one of the lowest in base. And
Okay, so here you toss. Again, not wanting to trigger the shuffle, but yeah, okay, don't toss. Triggering the shuffle is bad, even if it is a short shuffle. Okay, go ahead, play that hunting grounds.
yep,
Oh, okay. Discipling a fishing village is okay. No, then the disciple stays out. I guess you just disciple soldier,
and you get a bunch of money.
which you can't spend on anything because you still only have one buy.
Yep, which is actually a thing which peasant is good for, is that it has the plus buy on it.
Sure, but
So does
teacher,
merchant guild. So
yeah, teacher lets anything have plus buy, and there is plus buy on the board already, and it's good plus buy in that if you stack an engine with a bunch of merchant guilds, you get like infinite coffers.
all right, and we see the first teacher.
Okay. So, like I was saying, at higher level, we tend to see players hold on to disciples forever and not exchange for teacher. Um, so the logic is that disciple is a throne room and it gives you a copy of the card. It's ridiculously powerful. And if you don't need any of the teacher tokens, like if the board has everything it needs already, which it does, right? There's a village, there's draw, there's plus buy, then having the disciples around will gain you more of the good cards on the board and let you double them rather than exchanging up for teacher, which is rather slow in that you have to exchange for teacher, you have to play the teacher, and then you have to call the teacher. And then it goes back into your deck, and you have to do that again for each token you want.
Yeah, the only token is just plus action and hunting grounds. Just an ultra lab.
I mean, no, you might also consider putting plus buy on Fishing Village.
Yeah, or plus card.
I mean, you really want plus buy in this deck. So here you can disciple Hunting Grounds, which is nice. So
Drawing
see,
deck.
we're drawing deck here without um, without teacher. I don't think we need to add in teacher. I want to see 2 disciples. I want to see a merchant guild. I want to see a gold. Ooh,
Province.
province. That's not what I like. And exchanges up to teacher.
That's you can wait a lot longer for province.
Battlefield does push you towards buying stuff a little earlier, but it's nowhere that extreme. Like this board you can build really big. So Merchant Guild for sure. On your next turn, pick up like gold and other Merchant Guild. And then at that point, you have 2 disciples, so you should just have tons of actions. And you can start attacking every turn while also building up a ton of coffers with the buys. Build up to a big mega turn, buy a ton of provinces at once.
Yeah. So violaninja can actually get now 2 disciples and then keep them there eventually. Yep, peasant for buy.
Okay, so let's see if they'll grab a Merchant Guild. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. We like that.
Um,
Silver
you can
seems
gain
not
silver with
really
amulet if you
necessary.
really want it. Spend the
Um,
buy on something else, like more fishing villages.
yeah, so this is what happens when
Alright, Kangawu gets a gold for their legionary. But honestly though, if you've got so much draw in your deck, you can probably deal with the legionary attack a lot of the time, especially since it draws you a card.
well, you hope you can. Uh, I think Den is really strong protection against legionary attack. But neither of them have touched Den on this board yet. Lodge is also very good versus legionary for sure. It's basically Cursed Village. It's arguably a little better.
Alright, playing an amulet rather than the peasant. Wait, why would you play amulet for? I mean, yeah, you got it next turn, but okay. Disciple another hunting grounds. So again, I feel like Kangawu has a more consistent deck. It's drawing itself up.
Yep, and now we're going to see the attack. So Kengu should be able to attack every turn, assuming they don't dud. And with Disciple and a token on well, the next turn they will get a token down, right?
Yeah, there are teachers on the mat, so yeah.
Yeah. So they should be pretty dud proof. It looks like they're just going to be provincing from here.
Yeah, you can get a province a turn and be perfectly fine and still have your deck drawn.
Again, I really think that's underplaying the board. Like there's a lot more you can do
Yeah, because if you,
with Merchant Guild and with uh, just the peasant line in
it's
general.
like if you can go for multiple, you should probably try to go for multiple rather than just going for a single one at a time.
Yeah, plus buy is really good. Okay, so presumably they put plus action on T-shirt. I mean on hunting grounds.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, a second teacher? What?
What? Wait, they don't have a disciple anymore?
Yeah, they exchanged it. Oh no.
2 teachers. Ooh.
No, you do not
So
need.
yeah, so disciple is maybe the strongest card in the game. It's so good. Whereas teacher is relatively slow. You definitely don't want two teachers. If you're going to take a teacher, you want to generally take a teacher at the same time you can upgrade a fugitive into a disciple. So you always have a disciple in your deck.
This reminds me of the triple champion game I saw one time.
I have before on my last turn upgraded a bunch of, like, when I won the game, like on the exchange screen, upgraded everything into champions.
Just for the flex, but
Just for the
usually,
flex.
like,
Usually I have warriors, so it doesn't work, but I was playing a hero heavy deck.
yeah, but generally you don't want more than one of the top cards on either traveler.
Yeah. Disciple is so much stronger than teacher. There's no reason you need two teachers. You can put tokens down a little faster, but you still only have 3 tokens to put down, so
Orchard points for champions. H-roll, where you at?
I've seen someone lose before because they exchanged on the last turn and then didn't have. I don't think it was champion or orchard. I think it was museum, but they exchanged something on the last turn and that caused them to be like a point short.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alright, spend coffer province hunting grounds. Alright. Um buys a bunch of estates for battlefield
Taking the
points.
battlefield points, but
Also just filling your deck with green and still behind.
yeah. So they will now put their second token down.
And that's by.
So again, I think a good engine that used disciples, hunting grounds, fishing village, merchant guilds, and a legionary to attack would probably have been ready to score 4 or 5 provinces by this time.
It gains a silver and then puts it in hand.
Okay, yeah, gain and
Nice.
play a silver. Sure, you have plus buy now. Regardless, this is looking pretty over. I think Kanga is in a dominant position.
Yeah.
Right, they can province duchy here. Or province pilgrimage. That's kind of interesting idea.
Well, there's still a 16 victory point
And
gap,
they
and villaninja is really behind in terms of like deck consistency. But
they're
but you
thinking
can get
about
the
playing
last hunting grounds.
card on Harbinger. I mean, you have 1 Harbinger. I don't think it's worth putting a token on. Probably you disciple the Merchant Guild and try to find the second one. If you have enough draw. I don't know. Everything seems pretty losing here.
You know, I was just looking, and man, there's no good third pile. Because you can get a hunting grounds, trash 2 of them for the 6 estates, but then there's
Okay,
no
here
third
you can get a
pile.
bunch of Merchant Guilds in play. This is actually not that bad.
Yeah,
Because now
that's
you
a
can buy,
bunch of
like,
disciples. That's good.
yeah, Disciple's a really good card. So here we can buy a bunch of duchies and estates. and then potentially be set up to win next turn.
Ooh, one coffer short, or a coin short of just buying up the provinces.
Yep. Yeah, they're one short of a win. But they can buy something like I don't
No,
know. I don't know about IGG. Um buy a
just
couple duchies and some cop, like
four
buy some
duchy, two
duchies.
estate, or
No,
duchy.
I mean
Oh,
I don't think
dens,
we need that much green. It could be like some duchies, um probably some
dens.
more merchant guilds, and then just aim to win next turn. The big thing is you have to get coffers.
Yeah, so
Yeah, duchy den sounds good to me.
spend one coffer, two duchies, two dens.
I mean, you could literally buy 5 dens here and then 3 coppers, and you'll see everything next turn and win on that turn. Or 4 dens, I mean. 4 dens and 4 coppers. I know, I don't mean it's crazy at all. I think it's actually a pretty good line. I think if you buy 4 dens here and then 4 coppers, you have enough coffers to win on your next turn. They can.
Yeah, and even if Kangawu gets,
I mean, Kangu presumably doubles on their next turn, and then you buy 8 duchies and a province.
yeah, with all those coffers,
Oh yeah, Kang doesn't even have 16, so they can't even double.
and also just if you really need cards, then
No, don't lower provinces.
uh,
Well, okay, I guess this is okay if they know Kangu can't double. But please score a bunch of coffers here.
no.
No, you need to
But
buy
yeah,
stuff there. I mean,
the third token. Oh, places plus card. Oh no, that's the wrong token.
yeah, that token's probably not going to win. I mean, you might be able to gain and play a silver with amulet. Does that get you to enough?
There's no amulets in their hand.
Well, no, they started with an amulet and they gained a silver.
Well, wait, card has already been placed and coin has been left alone on the mat.
Yeah, this is not double, unfortunately. So looking strong for Viola to win on their next
Yeah,
turn.
keeping the disciples.
Yeah, so if they placed plus coin on something, they would have won that turn.
Yeah.
Here you buy province, duchy, estate and hope they died. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, but Viola can just get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this should be winning for Viola. This should be a province and like 6
Yeah,
duchies.
the only thing was just not getting those extra coffers with copper.
Oh, this could actually dud. Ooh,
Yep, should have Kangawoos realized their mistake of
Yeah.
you
Well,
already had so much draw with hunting grounds.
yeah.
You really
Viola
need
should
more
have
draw.
definitely bought a bunch of dens on the last turn. That would have definitely been a winning line.
Yeah, and then instead of province and duchy, and then a bunch of coppers. Den and ill-gotten gains have both just been untouched, and one of those is right, but the other,
So we have 5 buys and some money here. Is this enough for a win? I don't think so.
you need
If you had the coffers from last turn, could be a province
17.
and 4 duchies. Let's see, 4 duchies is 12, and a province is 6. It's only 18 points. That would be winning by 1 if you had the coffers.
Yeah, the hunting grounds Nerdbound makes no sense because then you draw immediately, and you really want more cards your next turn because you might not even see the hunting grounds.
Yeah, which is what just happened. So yeah, I think the winning line there was den and 4 coppers. Or 4 dens and 4 coppers.
I'm just getting duchies, but Kangaroo might even be able to like trash hunting grounds. But that's not even needed. Or win in hand. No.
Don't attack here. Okay. Nice guy.
And that ties it. That gets it to 2-0.
So a bit unfortunate that Viola played the engine and just misexecuted there. They definitely had a
It
win.
was a good deck, and it looked like Kango would be ahead, but then the disciples and merchant guilds really came back, but just a slight mistake in not getting dens, which meant that they kind of dudded and couldn't get all the things.
Yeah. Um, like we said, I think clearly the winning line there was something that picked up a bunch of dens and then probably just coppers, and then you went on your next turn. All right, so Monty's here. Monty with very minimal trashing, so that's going to be pretty dominant.
Yeah.
Apothecary looks good because you're going to be drowning in silver. I mean, copper. You wish you were drowning in silver, because then you could buy Grand Market. Um,
Want to place bets on Gatekeeper?
no. My hope is that neither of them buy it.
I found that people at lower levels buy Gatekeeper more than at higher levels.
If I see that one of them buy Gatekeeper over Monty, I'm gonna be really sad. I will be right back. Just give me a minute.
Alright. Well, besides that, you've got Squire, if you need a village, and you've got Grand Market, and such for money. I don't know what I'm doing in this board, probably just messing around. A fun thing is that you can actually trash Squire into things, unlike sometimes where you can't trash it into anything, which is a fun interaction. but probably useless. Yep, apothecary and guerrilla blacksmith absolutely contradict each other.
Yeah, that's not a synergy.
So are we getting trade route? Or just...
I don't think so. It's slow, it's terminal.
And also, I feel like library isn't that good either. It's just...
Oh, library is garbage here, right?
Yeah.
Like, people always talk about library. Its main problem is it can't filter out the cards that it wants to filter out. It can only filter out actions, and here you're getting junked with a ton of coppers and curses.
Yeah, so I'm guessing I'm just getting a bunch of grand markets, or at least trying to do that.
It's going to be next to impossible.
Yeah.
You're going to be having so many coppers and curses in your deck.
You can't even Baron, because you've got shelters.
Yep. You're essentially playing just a classic Montebank slog.
Yep.
So you're gonna buy apothecaries, you're gonna buy Montebanks. I don't think you buy trade route, and then you're gonna buy once the curses start to run, you're gonna buy whatever green cards you can afford. As it goes, probably a fairly uninteresting board. You consider Caravan Guard over Silver for sure, because you're gonna be getting attacked a lot. Like here, I don't even want to kill my Necropolis. No, I think you just kill a copper and buy like a Caravan Guard or a silver.
Caravan Guard.
Oh, you don't play the trade route? And you buy a Baron with no estates?
What?
Oh, I don't like that.
Confusion.
I don't like that at all.
What?
I think clearly the move there is to trash a copper.
You're gonna have plenty of coppers, anyways. Like, Baron, there's shelters. And you're probably never gonna collide Baron with the state, anyways.
I don't know that I really want to trash my Necro. It's like the only village, and I'd love to play 2 Mountebanks on a turn.
Squire's a village?
Yeah, no, that's true. But like, am I actually going to buy Squires with no draw?
But you can trash it into another mountebank.
Yeah, if you line it up with trade route, sure. Think about it. It's only $5 in a terminal action for a $5 card. What value? So here you buy Monty, you don't buy Apothecary. Monty is better than gold.
Yep.
It's worth 2 coins. Juncture opponent with 2 cards.
At least as long as there's still curses around.
Yeah. And even after their curses, it still junks them with copper.
I mean, Apothecary sort of deals with copper, but... Oh, fair?
Fair seems interesting. It's pretty ambitious. I don't think you're going to be hitting many price points this game. This is a slog.
Yeah,
You're just going to be drowning in coppers. Like, you're going to be happy to buy a duchy or a province.
You can buy 2 squires.
And then get those silvers.
Oh yeah, Apothecary, if you have like 7 potion.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it'll add some value. It's not like a terrible move. It's just I don't think it's particularly great on this sloggy of a board.
I we're seeing some caravan guards. But will you have enough for 2 green cards?
Oh no.
Oh, 2
The doubles
squires.
the double squire.
OP.
So the problem is, even though Squire is a really good card in that it can gain you a silver, it can be a village, or it can be plus buy, all three of which are generally pretty good options. You don't need any of those things on this board.
Man, look at this curse split though.
Yeah, this is rough. Now you might ask, what is this Baron doing here? It's a valid question to ask.
Now look, you can trash the squire into yet another mountebank.
Buys an estate? Well, it powers up trade route. Not sure that's worth buying an estate, but okay.
You can gain an estate with Baron. Expanding brain. Alright, another trade route. Okay.
Okay, so we saw a library get bought. I
Oh,
really don't like that. The
ooh,
library is gonna trip all over the curses and coppers you have, since it can't
ooh,
skip them.
yeah. Oh
And there's the
no!
gatekeeper.
I called it? Ah.
So gatekeeper's pretty bad at this point in the game, because you're likely just going to be adding green cards into your deck, at which point it doesn't do anything. And this curse split's about to get even worse.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a lot of junk. And then hopefully you buy
Province?
province. I don't think you buy Grand Market here, Malo. You're never gonna hit it. It's
You,
not adding that much value to your deck.
yep, province and another apothecary.
Apothecary.
There's nothing else that I'd do rather than apothecary, because you have so many coppers that apothecary is decent and, yep.
Yeah, apothecary is like good draw in a Montebank slug.
Oh no, duchy.
I
Uh,
mean, you're behind on points. Like, you need to do something.
I mean,
You
you're
do need to
also
start greeting.
getting your trade route to 3, but why?
Oh, you get to block both these curses here. And powers up this library. It's actually looking like a nice library.
Could apothecaries run?
Oh, definitely.
Apothecary Squire Curse?
I mean, I think more likely is something like Duchy Curse Squire or Duchy Curse Apothecary.
Well, who knows?
I would definitely be buying green at this point in the game. It has gotten very sloggy. Fortunate Apo, and if this Baron was just a silver or a better card, that would have been a province, but buys
Another
another
library?
library. These libraries are actively bad for your
They're
deck.
gonna draw all green and purple.
And yellow, but not the good yellow.
Yellow equals purple.
I mean, it would be great if you could make it so it didn't draw coppers or something. If
Yeah,
these libraries were journeymen, that would be a different story.
library would be such an overpowered card if it said not in action instead.
Yep, that would be a really interesting card.
Actually, Estate Curse Squire. Oh, yep.
So they'll be able to buy a province here. But like, look at this library here. I guess it gets powered up by discarding one curse, but still not looking great.
Buy both squires. Or just estates.
Yeah,
Yep.
just buy victory points. It's a slog.
I mean,
You're
look,
almost
you've
never
got.
gonna see those cards again. Oh no, look at all these good action cards, and we draw up 2 curses and some coppers.
Look, we've got 3 estates left, 2 squires, and 1 curse which will be gained next turn. So. I actually. Oh, so close. Can. +2 buys? No, you're 1 coin and 1 buy short. Or not coin, but you're short a buy. But you can just
Yeah,
buy,
just okay.
and that's
Setting up a
GG
win on
in
the next
hand.
turn.
You don't even need to play actions. Yep.
All right, that was a very mountebank game.
So that's now 2-1, and Kangawu
Yep,
is up. Yeah, look at that curse split.
7-3.
Yeah, 4 mountebanks compared to just 1. And the gatekeeper, which never got played.
Yeah, there were some definite mistakes there. I think part of playing a slog is accepting that um it's going to be a slog and you're going to have to do things like buy duchies and accept that the game is going to 3 pile out and you're not going to get all the provinces.
Ooh, defiled shrine. Oh, fun. Alright, so
Yeah, I agree with PQR. This isn't sloggy. You have Young Witch, and that's it.
The previous one. Now, alright, so we've got villages, you've got draw. You put it all together.
Yeah, I mean, you have non-terminal draw. You have villages. You have plus buy.
You have
Again,
terminal
it's
draw.
tragic hero plus buy. So that is a bit awkward. I don't see Young Witch being important on this board.
Yeah, no, because settlers is a good card, and
So I'm looking at their like and their ban and dislike list, and interestingly, they have Coven banned. That is not a card that you would typically see banned at higher level because people feel it's fairly weak.
rogue, the other one that stands out.
Yeah, nowhere as centralizing or strong as any of the other cards in that. So our lower level players, like, do they tend to overrate Young Witch? Is that the problem here? That they're both going to open Young Witch or something?
I mean, attacks in general tend to be overrated, but yeah, I want research. Oh no, well, there it is. Attacks tend to be overrated as a whole, so there we see a young witch. Also, as far as trashing goes, you've got count, which can do the trashing part a lot better than research. And we see a silver young witch from Violaninja and a young witch settlers.
So Settlers does block. I really don't think Young Witch is generally considered to be a pretty weak card. Um,
Especially when
it's
the
not.
Bane is like a stronger card. Like if the Bane was Pearl Diver, then it would be a bit better, but when it's settlers, it's just completely.
Yeah, I mean, there's no workshop here, so it's not that easy to add Settlers into your deck, but it's still pretty easy. And the other thing is, even though Young Witch is a cursor, it only provides sifting. It doesn't provide draw, so it's very low tempo. I think a deck that just plays with a bunch of researches, maybe like, I don't know. I'm not convinced by Young Witch at all.
Also, I'm interested to see how they play with the defiled shrine.
Yeah, I expect we're going to see some very early shrine buys. Again, in higher level games, you tend to see shrine get up to be at least worth a province before players are usually willing to take the tempo loss and buy it.
Unless somehow curses run out before, but that's not something that would happen. So in the end, you're kind of going for a minstrel stables hero engine. Like,
Something like that. I
where's
want a bunch of stables, um, some minstrels. Minstrel's not that important early on. I just want a bunch of stables and researches, get thin, and uh, get my draw on board.
yeah, and like
Then I can add. Then I'll add some tragic heroes and some minstrels.
oh, there's the curse for meager
5
VP.
VP curse. Still no researches have been bought.
Research is really nice. Early on, you can do it with the states. Later, useless cards. It's like, where's the money coming from on this board? Just golds or count for money?
I don't know if you ever buy count on this board. Maybe. I mean, trashing is good. Like right here, count's looking very nice.
Yeah, you can just trash all of that. So another young witch. I don't know why you'd get another young witch.
Yeah, one seems like
Research
plenty.
research is just better at the same price point, and young witch is weak, and you're not really going to be doing anything, in my opinion. That
Oh, so all these minstrels aren't doing much without any actual terminals to play. I mean, you can play more young witches, I guess.
yeah, but those just sift. You're not drawing.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see some tragic heroes.
Yeah, or even stables.
Yeah, Stables is a great draw. Like I said, my game plan would have been starting off with adding a bunch of stables. Stables and research for a while, then add the heroes in, and then the minstrels in once you have plus buy. So here I think you discard silver copper and then trash everything with count.
So why discard a copper and a silver? Or that was with young witch. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what you want to discard so that you get the best trash in with count.
Right, I didn't notice that.
Okay, we see a hero get bought. Stable's still at 10. Stable's a good card.
Research at 10.
Research also a good card. Heroes into silvers to power up conquest. It seems a little out there. How many points are you really scoring like that?
Not many. Like that's like 3.
Well, presumably you buy conquest twice, so you score like.
Yeah, dungeon better than Young Witch, probably even.
Yeah, dungeon gives you the same sifting effect as Young Witch this turn, but it's not terminal. And then next turn it gives you a better sifting.
Alright, what do you discard here?
Young Witch, Minstrel, and get another trash in?
Yeah, I'm just.
Or do you play on?
I mean, discard Young Witch and. Discard Young Witch and Copper.
Looks like they want to keep playing.
Alright,
Okay, here you can discard 2 coppers, count top deck the Minstrel, and trash 2 curses.
yeah. Oh, no.
Okay, so you top deck a silver instead of a Minstrel. Not quite as good, but it's okay.
Alright, so we see stables getting bought and more heroes. And another defiled shrine for just 4 VP.
Yep, and that will be all the curses. These young witches are looking pretty sad now. This could be a nice count trash here. Top deck of silver, get rid of all this junk. You don't need that young witch anymore.
Yep, I mean, you can research Young Witch. That's pretty nice.
Why would you top deck the young witch? Oh, you're buying provinces? I want to get cleaner first. You're buying a potion for Gollum?
It's not a good card.
So you generally want to use Gollum when there's no village on the board and there's no other way to play like 2 terminals, or there's no other way to generate a village effect than Gollum. Other reasons why you want to play with it, or if there's like Sculptor or Falconer and you can gain the potion to hand when you know you're going to be able to hit 4 potion. Otherwise, it's a pretty weak card.
Um, count top deck a Young Witch trash hand.
I'm more inclined to gain a copper and just trash these young witches. Like, what are they doing for me at this point?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I actively don't want young witches in my deck anymore.
Come on. Alright, decides to just not trash them and play them instead. Okay. I'm surprised that research hasn't been bought at all.
Yeah, it's good trashing, and you have a bunch of cards you want to trash for benefit here in these young witches.
Why would you be looking for the...
Okay, so Viola's getting cleaner. Still has these young witches in deck, though.
The young witches are the real junk.
Kanga has the stables, which I think is a big deal here. So count top deck of silver and trash everything. Yeah. Bye-bye. So long, Bowser.
Alright, trashing 3 curses, 4 coppers, and a young witch. That's a solid trash.
That is a good trash. So now the stables is starting to look a little suspect. But you can pop this hero here for a gold. Or not. Guess they don't want to pop the hero. What is Golem doing for your deck right now? You can draw your whole deck and you don't have any actions left to play. Golem just seems like a big mistake here. I mean, look, you have six cards in your deck, like besides your opening hand. You have an 11 card deck. You're not gonna have any problem finding your cards.
I want research.
I mean,
Trash the
right
young
now, I wanted them
witches.
to pop Tragic Hero last turn, get a gold, and just get another hero.
Well, not Defiled Shrine isn't going to be doing anything. Because...
Probably another Minstrel. Yeah, I don't understand why you would play the Young Witch there. It's not doing anything. You want to be popping these heroes so you can get some economy into your deck. Why are we buying potions? No. No.
This is not a keep
Look,
game.
like this golem doesn't even do anything. Like it stops you from popping hero.
What a comparison. So insightful. Thank you, JC Thrass. I've really got to edit the J Nails Gold together. There's so much good content.
Just a supercut of J Nails being like, "Don't buy gold."
Yep, there was several hundred results. So, and now look what you've done. You can't even afford a golem.
And we pick up a coin, which is okay, I guess. We have plenty of minstrels, but sure.
You have enough
Pop this
actions.
hero. Pop this hero. Actually, do you even have enough cards in your deck? No, you don't.
That's a new problem.
Issuing Conquest here. Get some economy into your deck.
I mean,
I think I like,
if you're drawing so much, then Conquest, yeah, it's points
and it's more money.
and it's more money to. Wait. What? No clue.
Having those 2 silvers in your deck also means stables is less likely to dud
Yeah.
rather than just having 1 gold. Hey, Tragic Hero gets popped. Let's go.
Woohoo! Success.
Why would you discard Copper there over discarding Young Witch? That seems like a mistake. I'm pretty sure you want to discard Young Witch in a state there.
Discard 2 golds and trash everything. I mean, like.
No. No.
Trash everything. Oh man.
I wanted to see Conquest Tragic Hero. What are these golems doing? Like, there's nothing you can't play already. You're drawing your deck.
And you have plenty of actions, tons of
Yeah.
villages.
Okay, so this could be Tragic Hero Province. Tragic Hero Conquest.
Nope, just province.
Seems reasonable. I guess here you can discard some actions so that Golem has cards to hit.
Yeah. But like.
But again, this stops your hero from popping.
Their counts were confusing.
I think the counts were overall good because they both opened Young Witch and cursed each other a lot. So I think without that, and they haven't touched research, so they needed some trashing, and they've gotten some good trashing in from
Yeah,
count.
all curses, all but 1 copper, and 4 estates are in the trash.
Yeah. So overall, I'd say we do like their counts. Really don't like the golems, and don't like how late they've been going for Tragic Hero. Ooh, rough draw for Viola.
Ooh, that's really unfortunate.
That is why I wanted to
They
trash
have
those
coin on the
Tragic Heroes
tavern.
earlier. I mean, that's why I wanted to trash those Young Witches.
On the other hand, they have coin on the tavern, so they're not gonna have like drawing
Oh,
dead.
good point.
So hey, an unusual start to a turn, but hey, it works. That
See, I
coin.
really wanted to trash that young witch a while ago. Tragic Hero Province, yep. Okay, this is actually a juicy coin pull. What? No. No. You don't discard. What? They forget they had coin?
Oh no!
Oh no. This is a nightmare. I think they forgot they had coin. Okay, this is. Okay.
Another golem?
Another golem. They love their golems. Okay, looks like Theo is resigning.
Yep.
Pretty big points lead, not unreasonable. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right
Yep.
back.
So that is 3-1 for Kangawu.
All right, I have returned.
And we're just starting game 5.
So let's look at this board. Oh, we have cultist.
Oh man. They're ban lists.
Yeah, cultist is sitting on the dislike list rather than ban list. I think
And
that's a problem.
we've got Urchin. Game 6 Urchin.
Well, you could ban cards like Montebank and Cultist. It helps it end better. So trade makes this a lot less bad. I still think I want to basically play Cultist money, but I want to play Cultist money into trade and with some dens. What kind of deck are you thinking of playing here?
Oh, there's Overlord. Um, probably just cultists.
Yeah,
A whole
I
lot of
think
cultists.
I'm probably opening double silver or silver horse traders maybe, but probably double silver. Get my cultist ASAP. Start playing lots of cultists. Train. Yeah, Sea Hag is definitely also reasonable. I think I prefer cultist as my junker. Overlord's reasonable as well. It does let you play the cultist a little bit faster. I really just want to start spamming cultists, eventually train them, and then trade off all the extra stuff I have.
Alright, so we're seeing Bandit Camp.
Bandit Camp over Cultist feels like a big mistake to me.
So A, you're opening with a village. B, the spoils aren't good, and Cultist is a fantastic card. I mean, you've got
Arguably
Bishop.
the strongest junker in the game. It's either Cultist or Montebank. There's a case to be made for both of them.
Yes, you've got Bishop, but come on. Cultist is just strong. Plus, it's just chaining draw is also great.
Yep. And with trade, you can get rid of a lot of the cards in your deck that aren't Cultist and get them into silver. Okay, please buy a Cultist. Yay. So here, I presume you play this Overlord as Cultist.
Yep, and you can pay off debt and get another Cultist.
Yep. Strategically keeping a... Oh, okay. They're trading. I would have bought another Cultist. Wonder how Seahag and Cultist do against each other in the simulator.
Just run it.
I'm gonna.
Maybe put it together for the simulator thing. That could be one of the challenges.
I think the first challenge is gonna be that ridiculous board you made up,
Oh man.
because that seems like a really fun one.
Yeah.
So in the
Even just
simulator, Seahag does beat out Cultist,
oh, nice.
but simulator's really bad at playing stuff. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the games and see what they actually want. I'll take an actual look at it later tonight. Right now, we have a sloggy slug. So here you probably play Overlord as Bandit Camp, yeah. Play that, and then either buy a Den or a Cultist. Or another Overlord. You have 7, that seems reasonable too. Yep, absolutely, Nasmith. I will see if I can make the sim by trade in some reasonable way. I haven't looked into how the sim would play the trade. But that's a discussion for another time. Okay, so they're going hard on the Overlords. Not a huge surprise. Overlord is a good card, and you can eventually train them. This could be a nice trade if he draws into something good with Cultist.
Yeah. And you can get junk
The
out of the
problem,
way.
the problem with the Overlords is you can't chain them together like Cultists.
Yeah, it has to have the card name of Cultist. And was that different pre-errata?
I believe so. I believe Overlord would in fact be Cultist. Oh no, you still
But it
can't
wouldn't
chain
be
them.
it wouldn't be
You
Cultist
know,
in your hand.
yeah, it's still not Cultist in your hand. So no, pre-errata, it's not different. This is. Let me check for you.
It is
This is
H.
League H. Yes. You can start a cultist chain with Overlord. You just can't play another Overlord from your hand because you can't. It's not named cultist.
But the
More
ruined
Overlords.
market. You can big
Okay,
trade.
trade away those curses. So I wanted a cultist stack and then train the cultist stack. And there's only 3 ruins gone so far, so I feel they're underplaying the junking power of cultist a little bit. Okay, like there, I think cultist was much better than trade. Alternatively, another overlord. See, there you could have played overlord as cultist and then tripped the next cultist. Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. Not sure how there were still so many ruins left. I think one answer is they're buying overlords rather than cultists. So here you really wish that those overlords are actually cultists. Now you have to play this one as a bandit camp just to play this guy as a cultist. And hey, you've got the ruin market.
Hey! Man, those boards where Ruin Market is the only plus buy, those are fun.
I do not like horse traders here. Yeah, I don't see royal carriage being particularly relevant on this board.
If Cultist was balanced. A single Cultist has been bought. And a single Den of Sin. Neat.
Okay, let's see if this is a trade or a province. Looks like it's a province. So yeah, Overlord is a very good card for sure, and I would definitely consider opening Overlord, but I don't think they need anywhere near the number of Overlords they have. I think I would have much preferred a lot of these Overlords to be cultists.
Yeah, because if you're just gonna be playing Cultist with Overlord, you might as well have the real thing because, first of all, it's cheaper, assuming you actually have all the money at once. And second, you can actually chain real cultists.
Yep, and that chaining is what makes it so powerful as a junking attack. Hey, look at all this plus buy we can play this turn. And yes, since Den of Sin is effectively draw that you doesn't require an action, it works really well with cultists because when you're playing cultists, the problem is you just have to chain a bunch of cultists together and that's all your actions. So Den of Sin really helps with the draw there.
So just going for provinces now, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slog. You gotta get provinces while you can.
And you can also just Overlord Bandit Camp, keep getting spoils.
Yep. Plays Royal Carriage. That doesn't do anything. Perhaps playing Cultist or Sea Hag is a better decision.
And yep, you just provinces back and forth.
Yep. So lucky number 7 here. Could train your overlords. Might just be Duchy though. You are
Yeah, I
behind
think at this
MVP.
point, just Duchy is good.
Okay, there goes the last curse. And discards the spoils. Bit annoying. Okay, presumably this is Duchy. Again, lucky number 7 for Kanga. And again, lucky number 7 for Kanga.
Man, that's a lot of 7s.
Okay, this is one of those moments where you wish these overlords were cultists.
You can do 1 for Bandit Camp.
Yep. Should have trained Silver. Okay, going to a bit of a think here. Pretty sure you just played this overlord as cultist and then hope you hit province.
Yep, it's the most draw.
I really don't like playing that as Bandit Camp. You needed that draw. That could have been a province if you drew. Although if you take a Duchy right now, well, yeah, this is getting kind of scary. I mean,
Yep, Kanga was a bunch behind. Duchy ruins, honestly though.
yeah.
That could if the violaninja plays this as cultist.
I mean,
Ooh,
they
yeah.
can buy Duchy Ruin here. I would have bought a Ruin. That way you're guaranteed to win on your next turn if your opponent doesn't.
Yep. Well, now Kangawu actually has a big hand. That's a point lead.
Yep, buy this estate. Yeah. Alright, so this is a win in hand for Kangu. Oh, no, it's not actually. It's a tie, assuming that Viola takes. No, it's a win. You just take 2 estates.
Yeah, Viola can't
Yeah,
get
either
enough of a
either
lead.
Viola buys um
If Viola buys an estate,
In a
Viola
state, they
loses.
lose, and
Anything
if they
Viola
don't buy an
does.
estate, then they lose on ruins. Okay, well played by Kangawu. Let's hope he sees it. Yep.
GG.
Duchy estate curse.
That's not one that I see all that often.
Very
Yuck.
sloggy boards. Bunch of very sloggy boards we've played today. Okay, so it is 4-1 in Kanga's favor going into the last game. Let's see if Viola can bring it to a 4-2 or if we're going to see a 5-1. Okay, I don't see any junking cards on the board, so I think this one is less sloggy. Players got what they asked for. So this looks like a very cool board. You have displace and market square, or grand market. So you can displace a 4-cost into grand market. You've got throne room, you've got herald and menagerie for draw, council room also for draw. Market square combines with cemetery and ducat to give you some gold. Yeah, you have Fairy Grand Market and then displace estates into Grand Markets. I mean, there's just a ton going on in this board.
Oof. Oh, Fairy Grand Market is actually really nice. Yeah, solid.
I would think so, Nasmith. I would guess that Herald stack with some thrones and council rooms and stuff gives you all the draw you need. Gold is not like terrible, but
Yeah, gold displace into province.
yeah, for sure. I want to be getting all the grand market, getting thin as soon as possible. Golds are definitely very nice with displace. On the other hand, you can displace grand market to province and then just buy another grand market. Get that out of exile. And you can displace that province back into another grand market. Displace is a really good card. One of my favorites from Menagerie, and probably one of the strongest cards from Menagerie, in my opinion.
It's just a very pleasant card. Honestly.
It's like the remodeler you always wanted. You didn't know you wanted it because there wasn't exile, but like, of course you want to be able to remodel your province and stash it away at the same time. Like, how is that not awesome? So here from Viola, I want to see them Fairy Grand Market so they can display stuff into it. Okay, they go for a second displace. That's okay, but they could have a Grand Market in their deck right now. Okay, Ducat for the Market Square reaction. Nasmith wants Cemetery before Grand Market. That makes sense. Get thin really quick. Okay, gains a throne room. I mean, throne room's a very good card. I'm not sure I want it this early, but definitely do want it. Okay, that ducat seems a little bad because you didn't get to trash a copper. So this displace is kind of sad here. I guess it can do copper to ducat and get another ducat and get another copper trash in.
Yeah, get 2 coppers out of your deck.
Not bad. Okay, looks like that's the line they're going for. So now don't buy another ducat because it doesn't come with the trash. Just end your turn. Okay, so we're going to get a displace into Grand Market here, and then presumably another one into Ducat. Trash that copper. All right, so first Grand Market by Viola.
Nice. Kangawu still hasn't placed fairy.
There we go.
Nice.
This could be a cemetery trash. Or just another Grand Market, I guess. This is kind of an awkward hand. You really don't want to displace that Haunted Mirror. You think so, Nas? I mean, yeah, it seems like a lot of the chat doesn't care about Ghost, so
Ghost is really not the best thing, because sometimes it does a bunch of stuff, but on a board like this, you're already doing all the stuff. Just normally.
So at some point soon, they're going to need to add some draw into their decks. Herald looks fantastic with all these Grand Markets sitting around. Some throne rooms and maybe a council room also seem decent.
Yeah, you can get a bunch of draw.
Menagerie is, of course, always amazing. Okay, so they are... oh, interesting. So now you have to choose whether to discard it for a ghost or a gold. That's kind of cool. So throne this GM. So throne this GM. So
Come
throne
on.
this GM.
Come on. You can displace a lot of other things.
It'll give you actions. No, I don't like that. I guess you can get 2 Grand Markets here off the ducats.
It actually seems pretty nice, because then you have a really solid split.
Yep, and spend a coffer here and buy like Grand Market Menagerie. Okay, or another ducat just to kill a copper, I guess. I would like to see a Menagerie at some point when they have a little extra cash. Okay, you can research the cemetery here. Yeah, well, it would be resignable at a high level, like with the split going this hard.
Yeah, but
But
here you can still have a bunch of play luck or just bad decisions.
there's still a lot of game to play. We need to see how they're going to be adding draw into their deck. Presumably, they should start hitting up the heralds pretty hard. Herald, throne room, some mix of those.
Yeah.
As I said, maybe a council room but I mean, you're drawing deck just fine right now, so you don't really need it.
Herald also just helps get a lot of cards. So you can display some ducats into heralds. I think that's good here.
Or throne room. Throne rooms, I mean, it doesn't let you draw
Buy
much
heralds.
better, but throne in grand markets is pretty good.
What? What? Why would you get provinces?
Yeah, I'm not ready to start greening yet. I want to keep building.
You can probably build to triple here.
I mean, I think I just build until piles start getting low, and then I start greening. I'm not specifically building to triple. I just want to keep building until piles are starting to get low, and then I'm going to just green as much as possible. Hopefully by then I have a bunch of stuff to displace.
Well, here we're seeing.
Yeah, piles are getting low.
Wait. So violaninja has 3 throne rooms, 8 grand markets, and a displace. They could have a win. Alright, so yeah, and so you can always displace stuff down.
Yep. So you can displace a province into something, and then
you can displace the 2 provinces into 2 throne rooms. Alright.
Well, there goes the gain and play dream.
Come on. Alright, so 16, that's enough for all the. So displace, Ducat into throne room, province into throne room, and then just buy everything up.
Yep, that's a win.
Oh man, come on. Come on, please see it. Please see it. No!
No.
No! Alright, can you still make it? 6.
No, they
No!
don't have enough.
Ah! Yes, there was a win. Oh. Oh, no! Oh man, with Fairy, right? Man, that was. I mean, at least you're definitely winning this turn now. I mean, maybe just violaninja didn't fully comprehend that they had so many gains.
I mean, it is easy to miss wins. We all like to pretend it doesn't happen, but it's a thing.
Sometimes we just don't buy Villa for many turns in a row.
Sometimes you just don't see the win.
Yeah. And then you can just win anyways because your deck is good. Alright, so win again. In hand? Yeah. This is guaranteed win.
Pretty sure they have it.
No, 2 coins short. Just kidding.
Alright, just display some stuff to throne rooms, buy out the rest of the stuff.
Oh,
Why are they thinking? They can't possibly not see that they have it.
piles are low. You have 12 buys and ridiculous coins.
So let's see.
Yeah, could
It
have
would be
gotten 3
6 and 12.
provinces.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, that's how it starts. Oh,
oh,
Viola probably did
Viola
not see the win.
sees. And so close.
So it looks like
Hey.
Viola didn't see the win, and Kenga got them to see it.
Yeah, that sometimes happens.
That's why you keep your mouth shut during the game.
Did you say it afterwards? Alright, so that's the match. And is that 4-2?
Yep, 4-2.
Nice.
All right. Well, as always, it was fun commentating with you,
Yep.
Munster.
Thanks.
Till next time.